This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
He has time.
He's
Off
got
the
him.
left side. Dobbs is there. Leaping grab. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Make your coffee to perfection. Expect nothing else. Do you like to make yourself a hot cup of coffee to start your day? We have both whole bean and grounded. Also great for all you iced coffee if not a hot kind of person. Even make yourself a frappe to quench your thirst. The best tasting coffee with espresso. It's only $18.99 plus taxes for a 12-ounce bag. Buy 1 to 5 bags and shipping is only $7. If you spend over $100, shipping is
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Ken in the Morning. Hope you have your cup of coffee ready. Ugly cups and all.
The best ones
And then,
are.
of course,
Good morning there, Yoli.
What's up, Yoli?
Good morning, Yolo.
And
Good morning, Wayne. Good morning to everyone on X. We've got quite a few of you here already. Hey, just so you guys know, you can comment from X. You got to click into it again, and then there'll be a little box to write. Your comments will show up right here on the screen. The comments coming from X, I'd say about 90 to 95% of them. There's something up with the software still with this, but about almost 100%, about 98% of them get through. Every so often, I'll have to retype a comment. But go ahead and give us your comments as well from there. Obviously, we said good morning to Matt.
What's up, Matt?
We got
What's up?
Packer
Wayne.
fan, another Packer
What's
fan.
up? We got a new
Hey,
Packer fan. And
So we had
what's up?
we had the dual Monday night football game
That was good.
last night, and I don't understand why in week 7 we're having dual Monday night football. I don't. Week 1, remember they used to they did.
Yeah.
Remember they did it the first time. Okay, it's week 1.
Mhm.
You're making it a deal, whatever. Cool. Week 7.
Yeah, it only extended like an extra hour, right? That's all it was. It was 1 hour longer than it normally would have been.
But having 2 games on Monday night, I mean, why don't we just put one on Tuesday instead?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't get the dual Monday nighters mid-season like this. The first game, the Ravens game, Ravens Bucks started out good.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, this is gonna be
Hey,
good.
I think that ended
And-
perfect for all of us in the North because it just gave us more separation for the wild card spots.
Oh, it did, but you feel, dude. I mean, I'm sorry, you got to feel bad for the Bucks.
Oh my
They
god,
lost-
bro!
good
That's the
ones
ugliest
gone
break
season.
against Dax that I've seen. Holy cow, man! They're like saying it's dislocated. No, bro, that's his leg.
No,
poached.
that is dislocated, but it's an extreme dislocation. It popped out and completely turned once it was out.
Bro, stop!
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it's too early for that.
Fuck,
Hey,
that
good morning,
hurt.
Dawn.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
god, it's not even happening to me.
I mean,
Oh,
and then, okay, well, and then they lose both their wide receivers.
Sarah?
They got a hamstring injury. Now we got a broken leg. Dude, and Cade Otton, that dude has got to be still sitting in a pool of ice right now.
I would.
The hits that dude was taking. My God, Baker was dealing early. They were looking good. And Baker didn't really look bad for the game, but then the Ravens just, dude.
Look, Sarah
Hey,
couldn't wait.
KC,
The Ravens look like they're got back to their old form.
What did they? Because they
Yeah,
let him back in
Kansas
the
City,
game. Where's
no,
the
they-
defense of the Ravens?
That's
They did well.
That was just a
But I'll
shootout
tell you
last
what,
night. That's
though.
all that
They
was, bro. That was just a straight up shootout.
It wasn't that the Ravens let them back in. It's that at the end of the game, there with the onside kick, well, the turnover, then the onside kick, they were short fielded. But the Ravens, yeah, they took over. I mean, it's Kansas City, dude.
No.
Someone's coming for your crown, and it's the Queen. And it's the Queen City,
bro.
I mean,
Did you see
Ravens
that
are
stat?
looking.
Did you see
Lamar
that fucking
5.
stat? 22-1 against NFC teams. That's what Lamar's record
Yeah,
is.
I saw that.
He's only lost one time to an. They're like, if he can make it to a Super Bowl, it's probably a lock.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
They was
Lamar
cracking
though,
jokes
5
on him last night. It
touchdowns.
was
I
hilarious.
mean, is Lamar? Lamar's got to be the front runner for MVP right now. At this point of the season,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's playing better football than Lamar.
I would argue that Jordan Love could have been in it, but all those interceptions he's got is massively holding him back in that conversation.
Yep.
That kill shot, that 60-yard pass.
Whoa, that was on a rope.
was
He hit dude in stride walking into the end zone. That was a perfect throw.
Yeah.
If you say
and then
can't
it
throw,
gets
I'm
even
sorry,
better.
that was a dime. Fucking straight
on
on.
King Henry's 80-yard. Well, on King Henry's 80-yarder,
Yeah.
guess who the lead blocker was?
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Really? It figures.
Lamar was the lead freaking blocker. I'm like, are you
Right, Sarah?
kidding me? And look at, dude, they don't use King Henry until basically the fourth quarter. Like for most of the game, he gets a touch here, a touch there. The fourth quarter, he comes on all fresh, busts out an 80-some yarder. Then he busts out like a 30-some yarder. I mean,
yeah, you're not wrong,
Goff.
Orlando. Goff's in the MVP talks too, bro.
Yeah.
He's having an MVP type season. No
I'll
doubt
give it
about
to
it.
him. These past 4 weeks that he's had put him directly in that conversation.
If he can sustain it, man, that's just it. No one's ever seen this kind of level from Goff.
It'll be
Thanks, Wayne.
interesting to
Appreciate
see.
that, bro.
Thank you, Wayne. It'll be interesting to see with the trade deadline what moves Kansas City makes because they're looking for wide receiver help.
They're apparently also
San Francisco.
Kansas City's apparently also looking for an offensive tackle because there are now rumors that they have called Green Bay about Dillard, our backup tackle, that they want to get him. Now, I don't know if I'd want to move on from any pieces right now.
Right.
No. Well, but then San Francisco's also looking for wide receiver help right now. You got to figure now after last night, losing both your stud wide receivers. Tampa Bay is going to be looking for a wide receiver, right?
Tampa, I can see looking for
wide receivers
but I think San Francisco just fills it in with some guy that's sitting home or on a practice squad. I don't think they're going to go out and make some huge change for this year.
Yeah, I was there. Anyone who trades with the Chiefs is public enemy number one.
Yeah, fucking A, bro.
Right?
It's all out war. I 100% agree. Don't fucking give those guys nothing. They're already playing above their head. I mean, their defense, that is the reason they're still in this fucking season,
defense.
bro. Holy mother of God. It's just, that's why.
Well, yeah, that's what I love about everyone's like with KC. Oh, Mahomes. No, dude. Defense. That defense is killing it for Kansas City.
Fucking Matt.
I guess we need to get to it now.
They're not going to let it go.
But,
You're already brought it up, too.
We're not going to let it go. They're going on and on about it. But, guys, we're waiting on that for a minute, so we will get to that.
We're going to get to it, I promise.
We will wait. We're going to wait a few minutes. Trust me, we got something planned for that. But, yeah, look at Ken's already losing his mind over it. Just laughing. Dude, trade deadline's going to be interesting. Oh, I guess teams are inquiring about Myles Garrett. But the Browns are listening, but that's all they're doing. A lot of people don't think the Browns will move him. At this point, though, Deshaun Watson's done for the year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's done completely.
Like never coming
I
back,
wouldn't be
right?
surprised
They
if
laughed. They booed him out the field, bro. I mean,
I don't get why you'd even want to come back. You got a shit ton of money. You just got a major injury. Nobody apparently seems to like you as the fans, and I highly doubt if he goes to a different team, it's going to be any different. Now's just the time to sit home and enjoy your money.
I mean, I would say that with him, and then also I would say if I'm the Browns, okay, I've got Garrett,
Facts.
and I've got Chubb, right? I got Garrett and I got Chubb.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my two big pieces. Do I just trade them for capital and scrap it and rebuild at this point?
You might as well.
If you're Cleveland?
Since you decided to take the answer for QB and kick him out the door for Deshaun Watson, you kind of got to restart.
Yeah, because Jameson ain't the answer. That guy's just he's not the answer. He's not a.
Oh yeah. He's
Oh my
just a
God.
stopgap guy.
Wait. Yeah, Orlando's comments. Miles Garrett or Crosby the Lions.
Facts on that. He could.
Garrett or Crosby the Lions Super Bowl bound. Yeah, I don't think so. But that's okay. I mean, look at the NFC North.
Yeah, you can wish. I agree with you.
I hope so,
That's
man.
a
I'll
good
be
wish. That's a good wish.
The NFC North, if the playoffs started today, would be 4 of the teams, 4 of the 7.
Yep.
Three. Everyone in the North would be involved in the first playoff game except the Lions. They'd be the week 1 bye. And then you could have a all NFC North divisional. I mean, it's ridiculous how good the North is right now. Now the Bears, we go to Washington this week. We got a tough schedule. We got supposedly, according to PFF, you guys know how much I love.
That's guaranteeing it, bro. Mark, it's right there in writing.
But I hope he's right because I'll be there.
Guaranteed.
We've got.
Oh, that's right. You're going to the game,
league,
man.
They say.
Take some
I'll
pics.
be there. So
Take some
Well,
selfies.
if they do lose, can we phrase it as the curse of Ken?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And,
I don't know.
But I mean, look, if the Bears win this week, it definitely, really for the playoff picture, wouldn't change. Let's say all the NFC North wins this week. It doesn't change the playoff picture at all. It really doesn't. The only thing that would be, even if the playoffs started today, we go to Washington for the first playoff game. Even if we beat Washington this Sunday, we would still go to Washington in the playoffs because they would be the division lead. So it's like, okay, but yeah, the playoffs there would be ridiculous. We talked about it yesterday a little bit. It would be the first time in history that division sent all of its teams.
Yep.
And then all bets are off as far as to who would get to the Super Bowl because it's all division games. All bets would be off. I don't care how good you think you are. It's a division game.
And even if even if a team did sweep one of the divisional teams, we've seen multiple times that once that third game comes in the playoffs, you toss that record out the window.
Yeah. Man,
yeah, you toss it out. So it's going to get interesting. Good if Jaden Daniels out. I was looking yesterday. I didn't see anything on his injury. Look it up.
Yeah, he's listed as week to week.
That's so they don't have to say it. You just got to wait and see if he practices, man. I mean, if he don't practice.
Even if he doesn't practice, I still wouldn't rule him out.
Yeah. It's just, that's.
Well, okay. So
of all the leagues I put him in over Love on a couple of my leagues because he's been balling out, man, and I've been missing out on it. I mean, he's been ripping it up, and he gets injured and I only get 5 points. I still beat Cheese Holio, though, I think.
Yeah, by less than a point.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Less than a point, damn it.
Your Keebler Elf couldn't save you. Your Keebler Elf couldn't save you.
Well,
oh man, I know that
Dan Quinn,
bro.
Dan Quinn is,
it, man.
Yeah, Dan Quinn just made the backup quarterback situation solidified, but yeah, he's not. Mariota is going to be the number 2. If Daniels doesn't go, so it'll be Mariota. But I hope it's Jaden. I hope it's Jaden. Yeah, the Keebler Elf had another big run yesterday. Yeah. The Keebler Elf be running. Who won that game? Because I didn't stick around.
I
and
didn't
see.
find out. I didn't catch who won the final score either. I didn't even look.
It was a field goal game or something like that. When
It was like
when
14-12.
I basically watched the
14-12.
Baltimore game. Yeah, I was like, whatever. I know it sounds better. Yeah, 17-15 Cardinals.
There you go.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and
Once
the
again,
thing
that
is,
could have been a Sunday game.
the Jets' defense is what cost me that game against you, Rob. They scored -5 points.
I know, bro. I saw it.
God. For one that's supposed to be, one of the best defenses in the league, how do you score
Bro.
-5 fantasy points as a defense? Come on.
I know, man. Bro, I took a lot of injuries this week, man. I took a lot of hits across the board. So many guys went down. Debo cost me. Neighbors cost me. He didn't do shit. Reed only got 3 points. I mean, bro, a lot of my guys who score, usually they all fucking tanked, bro. Everybody tanked. It was a bad week. I might split half my games.
We're about.
I still have a 7-0 team, though.
We're
Fuck
about.
all of you. 7-0, bitches. Sorry.
You know,
Go ahead, man.
You guys want to talk fantasy? I'll check on it. I haven't even checked my fantasy team. Well, I won again in that league. Okay. Let me see
Oh, you did look? Okay, he's looking. He's checking.
Oh,
You don't check. Come on, you don't check. You don't.
For the first time in like ever. What? No, I used to be all about my fantasy team, and I got so much other crap going on. It's like whatever.
I gotta. Yeah.
This year's my off year. This year I'm just in leagues to
There's
hold my spot for next year. Chargers need a wide receiver. Yeah, a lot of teams need a wide receiver, don't they, Rob?
Yeah. Yeah. The Lions need one right now. J-Mo's got a 2-game suspension. J-Mo juice.
And did they just pick up like his option or something like that too with J-Mo?
Oh, no, I didn't think Matt was making a crack on it. Did they pick up his option? Because I think he's only in his third year, right?
Wait, no, yeah, it is his third year. So no, they didn't pick up his option. They can't do that till next year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. But yeah, no, bro.
They might not now for 2 games for
PEDs. I don't know if he knew he was taking them. I don't know if he didn't know. He claims he didn't know. Everybody's making excuses.
It was supposedly creatine that's somehow banned in the NFL.
Bro, look,
you never know.
That's what it is. That's in so many products.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell these players are supposed to take.
Well, bro, even that, just don't put that junk in your body, man. If it risks you lose, now because he took
it's in so much. I will give him credit that it's in so many things. It's in stuff that you wouldn't even think of.
I know, but dude, there's rules and regulations. I'm just saying.
Let's be honest. Every time something happens in Detroit, there's some excuse. Oh, we didn't know we could gamble from our cell phones in our locker room. Right. Come on. It's Detroit. Let's look at Detroit. Okay, there you go. Just look at the city itself. Right? Dude.
Yeah, he's balling out this year, but it's because he's taking stuff. Is it because of that?
Creatine ain't going to do that.
How come no one else is testing it?
I'm the guy that's all for letting these players get all juiced up and let's see how it all rolls.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, how come no other players? Why is he the only guy getting called out? Explain it to me, because these other guys are smart enough to hire someone and say, hey, don't take this product because it's got this in and you might get in trouble.
I was going to say, we see dudes get suspended for PEDs all the time.
But, bro, it's because of some stupid shit that they specifically are taking stuff. You should doubly check, make sure what you're putting in your body is not going to get you fired.
The worst part is you can take a product that does not have it in it, but because the factory that makes it makes other stuff, it can have trace amounts in it just enough to pop you for a test.
But then they have to have that on the label.
No, you're not popping hot from trace amounts.
Yeah, you most certainly are.
I have a lot. I have a lot of experience with this stuff. That's like with weed. Like when we did drug testing in the military. Oh well, I was at a party and people were smoking
near me.
That's impossible because you can't even get trace amounts from that.
Yeah, just from breathing the air. No.
Well, I mean, well, you
It was a
do,
clam
you
bake,
do,
baby.
but not
The,
enough.
the human body absorbs
Right.
THC 98%
It processes it out
in
really,
2
really quick.
seconds.
Right. I mean, it processes it out quick. So, like with James, I'll say, oh well, the Tylenol he was using also makes
Fucking
creatine, and some creatine dust is on the Tylenol, dude. Are we starting a new tinfoil hat show?
I promise
Come on,
you,
man.
there's multiple examples of this happening.
Never catch me wearing one.
That's the whole reason I put it on.
I know, right?
And yes, my freaking hat is lined with tinfoil.
See? I'm telling you. I mean, dude,
Holy shit.
come on, man. I like Sarah's comment. Even their Dan Campbell gambles.
Yeah.
Of course, the team would gamble too. Of course. Dude, that team is pushing for every advantage they can try to get. J-Mo has had a terrible career for the most part to date. He knows he's playing for his career. He's doing everything he can to somehow get an advantage or an edge. And I'm not surprised he popped hot.
He's the Josh Gordon of this
because
era.
all of a sudden this year he's good.
Yeah. He's the Josh Gordon of this era.
Man.
Got great talent, but just can't stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's like Antonio Brown.
Yeah,
AB,
no, I mean,
AB and Des Bryant, man, they were different. They were different animals.
Yeah, they were just nuts.
than J-Mo is.
Antonio
AB
Brown
still, I love AB.
Crazy, a head case in the end. That's all that guy was. But
Dude, AB's so freaking smart though, man. He's still
Stephon Diggs. He's just a punk.
AB's a trip.
Can't handle.
Diggs is good though.
Can't
Diggs is a
handle
good
money.
receiver.
Are you listening,
Do you
Joe?
blame him?
Are you listening, Joe?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Do you blame
You
him?
can't talk about him anymore. He's like,
If I'm a Raiders fan, I'm going on a darkness retreat and drinking all the ayahuasca.
ayahuasca.
And you know what? There's another report that came out
Josh
either
Gordon.
late last night or this morning, but I saw it this morning about Devontae Adams with the Raiders. They said when they started to notice a shift in him when they signed Minshew. Like the Minshew signing kind of set him wrong, where he was like, nah. And then when Minshew became the starting quarterback over Aiden O'Connell, that was just the nail. Like he really wanted AOC to be the starting quarterback for the Raiders. And, you know, all of a sudden, oh, you're going to draft you're going to go sign Minshew. Oh, he's a starter. And so they went against basically what he wanted. You know, I mean, so you say Devontae's a little bit of a diva? Yeah, I guess you can based off that.
A little bit. That's the entire talk going around the league, and that's not even the pundits. That's from stuff getting out from what the players are saying that he's viewed as a diva.
But
Bro, I think he's a diva.
That good, you kind of
I think he's a fucking diva.
Yeah.
Hey, so do I. But we all know I don't have a problem with having divas on the team.
Bro,
as long as you perform,
you notice Devontae now flips his hair?
If you want to float in there on a fucking carpet.
Devontae flips his hair. That's diva all the way, bro.
Aaron Rodgers does too, but it's only when he's talking to the Hat Man.
Well, dude, could you imagine though? So the funny thing with the Jets is this though: when the Jets get the trade, they set him up. Say, hey, here's an apartment for you to live in. He's like, no, that's all right, man. I'm gonna go live with Aaron. Aaron picks him up. I don't know. No, Aaron didn't pick him up at the airport because he flew in while they were playing. But he goes to Aaron's house that night, or maybe Aaron did pick him up. I don't know. I forgot. They mentioned it, but basically he's living with Aaron Rodgers right now. And they said, well, we got you this apartment. He's like, no, I'm good, man. He's just going to live with Aaron. I mean, well, think about though. Devontae's got a beautiful house in Vegas. I'm sure his family's there. Aaron, of course, is just Aaron by himself. So, you know, they're buds. Sure, why not? They're driving in the practice. That's like Diva Central. That place has got to be Diva Central right now. I wonder if they've installed the Taco Bell yet. But yeah, Aaron, Devontae, even if he signs a contract, the dude ain't moving to New York. He's keeping his house in Vegas. He likes it out there for his family. And he'll just live with Aaron Rodgers during the season until Aaron retires. that's Diva Central, man. I don't know. I think the Jets might be a little better this week with now they get another week of Devontae in practice. They do have a squad. Their defense has been a little bit of a letdown.
Well, their
offense
defense,
is kind of what they do. They have
to
no
be
offense.
fair, was not a letdown until Robert Saleh got the boot off the plane.
Yeah.
So that might be happening.
Well, I mean,
and
It's just a
speaking
dumb
of that,
there.
their offense.
did you guys see the freaking myth that the interim head coach had when he tried to throw the challenge flag and just dropped it?
Oh, that was hilarious. And
Granted,
then-
it worked out for him.
Yeah.
But shit, that was bad.
Aaron threw the flag back at him. Hey, man, keep that shit.
Yeah.
But, their defense, I say they've been a letdown, but then again, their offense is predicated that by not being able to stay on the field. I mean, you've got Aaron freaking Rodgers, and I get it. He's older. He's not as good, but he's still really good. Come on, man. Y'all should be able to do something with that.
Did you see that clip that I posted in the back? The Jet fan going off. I hate freaking Aaron Rodgers. He completely shits on Aaron Rodgers. I mean, bro, it's fucking.
Give it a couple of weeks, and if Aaron gets even a slight bit back to his old form, he's going to be posting a video how Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback ever. I was always on this guy's side. You know how that shit goes.
And
bro, he's on a podcast.
You know what
These
I
guys
love
are
about
like
Aaron?
trying to talk. He's like, no, I'm not done. And he rants for like another 5 minutes, man.
You know what I like about Aaron, though, being with the Jets?
Oh.
So he wears probably the weirdest freaking helmet in the NFL, right? I mean, if you look at his helmet compared to everyone else's, it's like this big ballooned freaking thing, right? When he played with Green Bay, it didn't work. It was this big yellow thing. But now that he's with the Jets, tell me he doesn't look like Marvin the Martian with the green helmet.
You had to say that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I've always thought. I always thought when he was at the Packers it was like that, but it didn't work because it was a yellow helmet. But now that he's wearing the green helmet, I just need someone to put like a little red plume on the back of it, and he's like, "Take me to your leader, human." You know, he's Marvin the Martian.
Oh, shit.
He's Marvin the Martian.
And the funny thing is, with a lot of the stuff that he does, he's probably not on this planet most of the time either.
Who knows what kind of shenanigans him and
yeah, and I might be making jokes, but Aaron Rodgers could call me up today and say, "Hey, do you want to go with me and do this?" Absolutely. I don't care what it is, we're doing it.
Hell yeah, bro. I feel the same way, but still, he's a fucking diva. I'd be like, yo, how's Diva doing? How's Diva life treating you?
Oh,
he looks like, I'm telling you, look, next time he plays Rob, look at him.
No, I know. I've seen
now.
the comparison, and I even said it. I go, why does his head look so much bigger in that fucking helmet? It's uncanny.
He's got, I don't know what, like, you know, what's the helmet that Mahomes, the X
Aaron's
something,
been a coach for years, bro.
You can't buy him. The helmet that some of these guys, Baker's wearing the helmet now.
You can buy it, but it's like a $3,000 helmet or some shit like that. It's something.
I don't think. Last time I went to their website,
is it supposed to keep his special brain?
They were for sale. Like you could buy the helmet. Well, no, it's a different brand. It's not a Riddell.
So he has it custom
it's like
made.
X something.
Yeah, you have to go to that company to get it.
What would a diva do? Have their own helmet made. It ain't good enough to get one.
Well, no, it's a different helmet company. Mahomes was like the first one people really saw wearing it. Now, a couple, but like if you go to the website, yes, you can buy them, Ken, but you can't buy like a Packers one or a Bears one. Yeah. You can buy one for your personal use for your high school team or whatnot. But unlike Riddell and Shutt, where you can go buy your, a Packers or a Bears, Speedflex Authentic, F7 Authentic. You can't buy them for signs because I've yet to see one signed in the marketplace. And that's not to say there aren't one or two out there, but they're also super expensive compared to the F7 and the B-Flex. And there's Joe.
There's Joe.
Good morning, Joe.
Hey, Big Rock, he's here. There's Joe. Big Rock was looking for you, Joe.
Yeah. I'm not in the mood, dude.
I know. We're just Hey, man, you heard J-Mo got
Hey, at least you're not Detroit.
2 games.
Yeah, at least you're not Detroit having your players pop hot for PEDs.
Oh, who popped for PEDs?
And I don't know.
J-Mo.
J-Mo.
Now 2 games, 2 game
J-Mo.
suspension for popping PEDs, man.
I mean, but Joe, there was one bit of Raiders news, which I know you're like, God damn it, really? My team just, but it wasn't. It was more about
We signed
Devontae.
Desmond Ritter.
They were saying, I saw the article. Yeah, I saw. There's actually 2 pieces. Yeah, they signed Ritter off the practice squad from Arizona. That's interesting. But then also with the Devontae situation, they said now that he's gone, stuff's starting to come out, and they were saying that Devontae's attitude started to change when they signed Minshew. Because remember last year he was advocating for AOC. So I think when they signed Minshew, and then it became evident that he was going to be the starter, he was done. So the Raiders did this themselves, this whole Devontae thing. It's like they should have just rolled with AOC, and
it wouldn't have been much better.
So this, no,
maybe I don't know.
AOC kind of showed me in that Rams game, like he's not the guy. You know, he's not going to be the guy. You can't have your quarterback throwing for 130 yards in a game. You know, like.
So are you for a fire sale then, Joe?
No, I'm for getting a quarterback in the draft.
Okay. That's what I was just wondering, if you're going to give up and just sell everything and buy, because you guys already got a lot of.
No. We have a lot of talented pieces on the roster.
Look at though, if you've got a good balanced team, though, your quarterback doesn't need to throw for 200 even. Like you can win games throwing for 130, 150 if you've got a good running game and it got a good defense. But that's the thing, you guys have a good defense. You don't have
a good
running game complement yet.
And we don't have a good offensive line.
The Raiders aren't far off, but they are needing some pieces.
Yeah, the offensive line is not good.
I mean,
Hello there, Mr.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. There's so much parity in this league. You're only a couple players away. But at the same time, you're also a couple players away from taking losses.
Yep.
Look at Detroit. J-Mo's out now for 2 weeks because he's a drug user. They've lost Hutch for the season. I mean, they had a good game against Minnesota, which you'd expect if there was, that would be the game because no one had tape on what their new defensive look was going to be like without him. Now we know, So this week will be interesting for the Lions without the drug user and their different look defense. So it's going to be interesting. But, look at the Lions, though, still have some things going for them. But you're only in this league 1 or 2 players away at any given moment, right? I mean, that's the way it seems.
Especially if you lose a quarterback or something like that.
Well, bro, last night the Bucs lost both their wide receivers, bro. Are they done for the year? Yeah, they're done.
I would say they maybe
Godwin
trade
for sure.
somebody.
Yeah, but I mean,
actually,
they
said
that right now?
I read this morning that they think Godwin dislocated his ankle.
Oh yeah, but it was a major dislocation, and with the way the injury happened, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a bunch of soft tissue damage from it.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't even.
But you know what's interesting with that though? When they had Godwin on the cart, like he wasn't in pain. Like when they showed him the cart, he was just kind of like his whole attitude, dude. Like it was just like you're like, wow, man.
Yeah,
like
because
he was just like
adrenaline is through the roof from an injury like that. An injury that bad, his body just dumped every ounce of adrenaline he had in his system.
No, but I mean,
I'm sure.
But no, just like his. Bro. Like his reaction was just kind of like, man, come on, man. I just come back from an injury. It wasn't kind of like he wasn't pissed off. He was just kind of in that kind of like not denial, but you know what I mean? That just kind of like, come on, man, kind of attitude. And he took it in stride, but he took it in stride with a kind of like man, come on. Really?
Bro.
That was kind of like his attitude about it when he saw him on the card.
That's because
right?
somebody shot him up, bro. Somebody walked up and popped him with it in the ass.
Yeah,
some morphine said, "Here you go, bro. That looks terrible. Let me give you this right now. I feel bad for you."
Let me tell you, from that type of injury, morphine ain't even going to touch that one.
Bro, that looks so bad. I don't even know how he wasn't bawling. I would have been crying like a bitch. I'd have been like, "Oh!"
When on the broadcast they said the truck has told us we're not going to show you that play. You knew he was done for the season right then and there.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Evans got the hammy. I mean, dude.
Bro, the still pick I seen going around, one leg is like this, the other one's like this. It's flat. It's just flat on the ground, like it wasn't connected to the bones.
They need to go get some wide receivers.
They're done.
They need some wide receivers.
Who's out there?
Francisco's looking for wide receivers.
Exactly.
I mean, it's
give him some shine. He'll be okay.
Dude.
I mean,
I'm telling you,
this year it's
give him some JMO juice. He needs some JMO juice.
I hurt my neck in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu last week. Like I don't know what I did to it, but I can tell you, like, I went to the ER last night because of it, and they gave me a shot of Toradol, which is like a really strong anti-inflammatory, and even Toradol didn't touch it, dude. And then, like, I took a 4 milligram Dilaudid, and even that didn't touch it. So,
really? Dilaudid didn't touch that shit?
Dilaudid didn't touch it, dude.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I think I might have herniated a disc in my neck, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, you go get yourself an MRI. You do not want to play with that shit. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, dude.
We'll get you some JMO juice. You'll be fine.
Jeez. That's what they just gave her.
JMO.
But yeah, no, Joe, you need to go get you an MRI, man. We're gonna put you on the DL for a minute.
You look like you're in some pain,
We're gonna see Joe with the big neck brace tomorrow.
I know.
Dude, I had to drive my daughters to school, and I was like crying while I was driving.
I'm telling you, bro, painful nerve pain. Oof. Go see a
dude.
doc, man. Probably got a diverted.
I did, and the emergency room physician. She wasn't even a doctor; it was a physician's assistant, and she gives me a shot of Toradol and some prednisone, which is a steroid. And then she goes, "Did that help?" And I'm like, "No." So she's like, "Oh, well, it's not something we're going to be able to fix tonight in an ER." And I was like, "Dude,
what?
Yeah,
give me a refund.
You need to get an MRI. Get a hold of your primary care and have them schedule you an MRI, and you're probably going to have to get referred to a spine doctor because I'm telling you, you don't want to mess with this. This is something that could give you lifelong type of problems."
Yeah, I know, dude.
Go, Joe. Don't fuck around, Joe.
Yeah, that's where you should be going today, or at least making the appointment today. That's. Look at even our panelists are getting injured this year. This year is crazy, man. This year's wide receivers going down.
Where's Broski's comments? I don't see his comments.
Another quarterback. I'm not seeing Broski either.
I don't see his comments. I don't know how Jeremy's talking to him.
Yeah, we still got to mess with the restream, figure out how to get him to pop back up.
Yeah, he was on here before. That guy's got some great comments. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't. Oh, he must be under another format. If Jeremy can see him, because Jeremy answers.
Oh no, he's on. Jeremy's on YouTube, so you can see it on YouTube but not restream. Yeah, he's forgot the. Hello, Broski. We do miss you, man. Broski.
Shout out to Broski.
Broski, if you go
to Facebook or
Broski, if you want to comment, we can see until they fix it. I know you're on the YouTube. Go to Ken the Bear Fan on X, and you can comment from X or from one of our Facebook pages like Mike the Bear Fan or Packer Backer News. You know, you could. I mean, it'll come through because with whatever happened on Restream is just to your YouTube account. So if you go to an X account, you can do it. Or
if you go to Facebook,
now, if you were to go to my YouTube
if you go to Facebook, you definitely want to go to Packer Backer News for it.
You go to any, we got a bunch of.
I was going to say, Ken, you get your shameless plugs in. This is my turn for a shameless plug.
Yeah. But you can definitely go to Packer Backer. You could go to
Shameless Hussy.
I think we stream. I think we stream to like 7 Facebook pages right now. So we got 7 Facebook or 6 or 7 Facebooks. We got 3 X's. So you go to any of those accounts. But if you go to Ken Bear Fan on Twitter, on X, you can comment from there, or go to Packer Backer News on Facebook, and you can comment from there, and we can see you. Until we fix the thing with YouTube. But some guys are on YouTube because they're at work and they can't get on the other one.
Put the link for the Huddle Sports.
We can't send the Huddle Sports on Facebook because of Facebook rules. But we can definitely put some links in there for sure.
Yeah, give me one second, and I will do that.
If he could, just tell Broski to reach out to one of us so we can get him a link and on Messenger, we can hook him up so he can at least be in part of the show because he's got some comments.
Yeah, actually, let me do this.
Yeah, Mike the Bear Fan. That's another one. Fuck you, Matt, bitch.
Yeah, here's I
love that. That's the best fucking Bear Fan. Oh, Matt, you're the fucking shit. He guarantees a win. By the way, Matt guarantees it.
I just put I just put the link for X in the comments there, Broski.
Always trolling. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. Who's that? Harpazo? Oh, is it a Lions fan?
Baker didn't look too great last night.
What do you mean?
He looked good. He looked okay early, but the pick wasn't good. But
other than letting
the Humphreys,
hanging his wide receiver,
Humphreys.
He threw 2 really ugly picks. One in the end zone, drove his team down there, and then
you bared out, Matt.
Man.
Hey, I like Baker losing because that gives us all more separation in the NFC to make sure we get all 4 teams into the playoffs.
Oh, that's Brent. Okay,
yeah, I don't know.
Okay, Brent, the guy. Yeah, that's who that is. Okay, that explains it. What's up, Brent? Yeah.
I don't know how realistic all 4 teams getting is going to be, to be honest.
Hey, I don't care if it's realistic.
So many divisions.
That's what I'm striving for.
I mean, I would say by week 10, we all need to have like a 2-game lead on everyone else in the playoff, right? If that happens, then there's a good chance.
Brent's Greek.
Because with so many division games in the back end, it makes it hard. But if we get 4 teams in the playoffs, that's just going to be freaking.
Well, that'll be NFL history.
And if we can make it where week 2 of the playoffs in the divisional round is an all NFC North affair from the division round on, that would just be insane. I mean, could you imagine the divisional round? It's just 4 teams in the North and everyone else is at home.
Oh, I'd absolutely love it. Could you imagine any other fan base trying to talk shit to any of us?
No, they couldn't for at least a year. I mean,
yeah, bro.
The North right now. The North, and and the thing about the North is the Vikings are doing so with Sam Darnold, who's game managing and playing well, and their defense is doing well. The Packers are rebuilding a defense, which has actually been up and down, but playing well overall.
I was going to say they've been doing amazing just the past couple of weeks. And MJD was even saying how well they were doing on game day final there, that this is one of the teams that you don't want to face because of that.
You know what it is though with the Packers? It's not that they're playing really, really great ball, but they're finding ways to win. And that's almost as important, if not more so. They're finding ways to win. They're figuring out, the bend. They're kind of like that bend don't break, but they're figuring out a way to win. They keep themselves in it and give themselves the opportunity, which is a mark of a winning team. The Lions, currently kings of the North, right, in first place. Even with J-Mo Juice and now, but see, like these next 2 weeks are gonna be interesting, right? With the J-Mo being out, and now they're gonna start to feel Hutch more than they did last week because people now know what they're gonna do without Hutch. So the Vikings were at a little bit of a disadvantage coming that game. Like, yeah, they knew Hutch was gonna be there. That was an advantage, but they didn't know how to scheme Detroit, and Detroit took full advantage of it, like they should. But Detroit is still a good team. Goff is playing out his mind this year, very quietly playing out his mind, right? And the Bears are ascending. The defense is the defense. Caleb is improving, right? Like we kind of figured he would as a rookie. And boom, next thing you know, last place in this division is 4-2, which would be first place or second place in any other division in this conference. I mean, so all 4 teams are going in the right direction, which remember I said it last year, it was bad for Lions. The Lions finally get good, but so does the whole division at the same time. Like the Lions couldn't just get their moment in the sun. Oh no, everyone else had to come up on stage and join them. So, this whole division, it's good.
I wonder what the odds are for an NFC North team winning the NFC. I wonder what the gambling odds are for that. That an NFC.
Oh, probably pretty good right now.
Yeah, I mean, holy fuck, bro.
I mean, look at who's right now. Atlanta is winning the division. Does anyone pick Atlanta over any of the NFC North teams right now?
No.
Atlanta versus any NFC North team. Does anyone take Atlanta?
No.
Then who's in the East?
Yeah, I don't even think Dom would realistically take Atlanta.
Yeah, they look terrible.
Who's winning the East right now? Is it
Redskins or
the Eagles?
Commanders?
Commanders.
No, the Redskins, the Red Commanders. So that might be a good one. That would be a game that you can okay. And then the West, who's winning the West right now? San Francisco still? No.
Oh, I think it's the Cards.
Bro, I don't know.
No,
they
Seattle.
all are up and down. Every one of those.
Look
teams
at the
are up and down.
standings.
Every one of them teams. The
I think it's
Rams.
Seattle.
Well, would you take any team? Would you take any team in the West against any team in the North right now, whoever it is? What do you think? No, probably not. So the Commanders right now are probably the only. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think anyone takes Seattle against the North team either. So I would think that the odds of the North being represented in the Super Bowl right now,
It's pretty good.
gotta be over 50%.
Mhm.
Pretty good. Pretty hot.
And then the Niners are on a freaking slide, dude.
Holy cow. Backs. Well, bro, they're just
Like their whole team is imploding,
every
dude.
major guy is injured other than Purdy. Kittle's hurt.
Yeah, Ayuk just tore his ACL. He's out for the
Ayuk's
season.
done. Ayuk's done. Yeah, he's done.
He's done.
Debo was out with pneumonia. That's what they said.
Yeah, he'll
Officially,
be
he
back
got
maybe this
pneumonia.
next week.
Fucking and Kittle's
He might be back this week, but like,
they're all fucking hurt.
and then Tampa, they have no receiving core now. They just lost their entire receiving core in one night. I mean, no, you're not. We're not getting Max Crosby, Chad.
It seems like the stars are lining up for an NFC North run on the playoffs.
Yeah, it's looking up.
I would not, and here we are coming into the this week, next week, really for
Saints.
The trade
They're
deadline.
done. I think the Saints are.
We got 14 days till the trade deadline, right? Because it's on election day. So that's how many days election day, right? Is it 14 days, 13 days? I'm wondering what moves, if any, North teams are going to make. Who's going to make a move in the North? And are there going to be any big names coming to the North?
I say
Is Myles Garrett or Max Crosby coming to the North?
I'm going to say this: in Goody, we trust.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but in Goody, we trust.
Well, we just say let Foles cook.
There you go. That's what you guys got to. There you go. Everybody's got a saying. In Goody, we trust.
Yeah. But I mean, I am just wondering, let Kwesi be crazy because crazy Kwesi puts together rosters. I have a feeling there's going to be at least one move in the North. At least one, if not multiple. I think the Lions have to make a move more than anyone, though. They have more of a necessity at defensive end than maybe any other team. Because, like, if the Bears were to try to get Myles Garrett, that's just embarrassing yourself with Richard, right? And probably the same for the Vikings. Maybe the Packers, that wouldn't be an embarrassment, riches, but it'd be just adding on what's already great or getting there. But I think the Lions they're the ones that are the most need of making a move. The other teams, if the rest of the North doesn't make a move, I don't think people are going to be too upset, right? Because the teams are good. I think if any team needs to make a move, it might be Detroit.
I would still argue that the Bears should make a move on the offensive line, but it's not as big of a need as it was earlier in the season.
But who's out there? Who's out there? I mean,
I would like, Jacksonville's got a couple guys.
Okay.
There are
I see Jacksonville dismantling. I see that. Okay.
Oh yeah, and they're about to
I think though, like the Bears.
I could see that.
I mean, if I'm the Bears, there are two positions. There are three positions I would look at in the trade market, right? Cornerback, just because of some injury issues this year, right? So that doesn't even have to be a big piece. It could be just a tier 2 guy who's better than the tier 2 guys we got now, maybe. Like Ken said, offensive line. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a starter. Maybe just a good rotational piece, right? Or a guy who can come in and play a half a game if someone gets nicked up and has to come out for half a game or something like that. And if you can get if you can get an edge rusher, we don't have the number 2 yet, edge rusher really. But we're serviceable, so that would be the last place I'd look. If you have a chance to get Myles Garrett and then have Garrett and Sweat for the next 2 or 3 years, you might want to take that, though.
Any of our teams get a chance at Myles Garrett, they better trip over themselves.
Yeah, you better fucking go for it.
Phone call in.
You better fucking go for it.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say the need would be O-line, corner, edge. Maybe the Bears or corner, O-line, edge. But edge would be the last one. But like I said, if you can get Myles Garrett or Max Crosby all of a sudden, someone like that, I think you just forget the rest and go get the defensive piece because that can fix a lot of other problems for you. Oh, your O-line's not as good? Doesn't matter because you're not going to do anything with the ball anyway. My O-line will get it right. Even my O-line only gets it right 3 times out of 10. Your O-line's never going to have a shot, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, that's just when you're saying, okay, I don't need the DB because your quarterbacks never get to throw the ball anyway. I mean that. So I could see.
Yeah, and Bakhtiari, I think is 100% done. I don't think he's doing that ever again.
He wants to start, and no one wants to start him. I mean, if he's willing to, I don't want to say eat a little humble pie, but I guess that's kind of what he would have to do mentally. And say, look, I'm just going to sign a contract for like $2 or $3 million and maybe be a rotational guy. He might get signed by someone, but if he's not willing to do that, which it doesn't look like he is, he's done.
I was going to say, shit, if I was him, I wouldn't do it. You already made your name in the league as a starter. Your stats show for themselves what you did. Rest on that career. It was a damn good career.
It's the injury, but he's got to be willing though because of the injury issues to take a prove it deal, and he's not willing to do that. It's like, dude, you missed basically 2 whole seasons with these injuries. You need to be able, you got to show it. You got to show it. So you're gonna have to take a deal that's not maybe as much money as you think, but take a prove it deal and be a rental for a team that's making a Super Bowl run. And then go get paid next year if you do show out. You know what I mean? For him, I think he's got to look at that as a possibility.
Don't say that, or we're going to end up seeing him in freaking Kansas City right before the end of the season so he can play for the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, dude, that's a possibility.
Hey, I know. That's what I'm hoping don't happen.
or watch the Jets also find some money and sign them, because they could freaking use them. I mean, Bakhtiari is not a slouch. If he's healthy, he's definitely good. So, but yeah, he's still out there. I mean, there's some guys at the practice squads. Everyone likes to bring up Yannick. He's on a practice squad, but I don't know. I mean, there's some guys out there that you don't even have to make trades for. You can just poach off practice squads. I have a feeling, though, practice squad poaching won't start till after the trade deadline. Then you're going to start to see some poaching. Like, I would not be surprised, though, if some wide receivers get poached off of practice squads pretty soon, with as many of them have gone down this week. J-Mo is available. Yeah. Would Detroit trade J-Mo?
No.
That's a good question.
I highly doubt that.
Well, I don't know, because half the time he's the next coming, the Messiah. The other half he's trash. So it depends which Lions fan you're talking to on which day of the week it is. It seems like, because now they're all downplaying his importance because of the suspension. But when he's not suspended, he's the best thing since sliced bread. So,
yeah, I don't think they pulled the plug on this yet.
You know what, though? Here's the question. Remember how we were talking before the season about the wide receiver market contract? Has that market inflated or maybe deflated during this season? You look at all the big contracts, right? Has the play so far this season made maybe GMs go, maybe we shouldn't pay wide receivers so much with the injuries and the lack of production overall by these receivers?
I would give credence to that, except for Justin Jefferson. He's the one bucking the trend a bit. So he's going to still keep that price tag up high.
I mean, obviously Ayuk is done. Not that the guys in Tampa are making boatloads. They were kind of team friendly.
Well, who was the other guy? T. Higgins. He was the other guy, right? T. Higgins was the other guy that was making.
T. Higgins hasn't done much.
Yeah.
He still gets, CeeDee Lamb, where's he been?
That's the one that's surprising the hell out of me, is that CD hasn't had anywhere near the production he's used to.
Look at the Bears. DJ Moore has had some phenomenal catches, but the numbers aren't huge. Evans,
Allen.
You look at the Bears receiving court. Allen, 2 touchdowns last week, but not huge. Rome isn't doing much. All these big receivers, but they haven't. I think it's maybe just the threat that they're on the field, because you're seeing a more diverse Bears offense. But the high-paid wide receiver, for the most part across the league, isn't giving you high-paid results this season so far.
We're back to on paper, because this is the whole argument on paper.
Right?
Going into the season, you guys had the best wide receiver core, right?
No, but the thing is, like, the numbers so far in the season have not bore out big contract numbers.
Buoys.
Right? Then the season's not over yet. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. And on that terrible take, and some food for thought for tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow we were doing our prediction show because Ken's going to be gone Thursday and I'm going to be gone Friday. So be with us tomorrow for our predictions for week 8.
There's a good chance I might not be able to make it tomorrow.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah, I'll fill you in once the show's over.
All
right, we'll see you all tomorrow.
Movies.
Peace out. JB's up next.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
He has time. He's got him. Touch is there. Leaping grab. Touchdown. Touchdown.